Gentlemen, awesome to be back with you on MGTOW Money. Today's topic, how you can make a fortune on YouTube. Before we get to that, as always, I want to sincerely thank the Patreon investors in this channel. Men, thank you. I appreciate the ongoing confidence you have in this channel. I sincerely appreciate the feedback I've gotten from all of you. Let's get on to today's topic, how you can make a fortune on YouTube. Let me say right off the bat, let me say this as clearly as possible. If you want to make a fortune on YouTube, if you want to have a very successful YouTube channel and ideas of grandeur, etc., you should do everything the opposite of this channel. Do everything exactly the opposite of this channel. Let me be very specific. One, you definitely should not be anonymous. You need to be as public-facing as possible. You need to, of course, show your face and tell everything about you. The more, the better. For whatever reason, people genuinely, really want to see who's talking to them, and they want to know all about them and their background, etc. So the more, the better. Don't be anonymous. Two, get a niche with a strong following. In other words, you want to find something that's unique, but has a lot of people very interested in that particular topic. Also, don't make it so that it's so different. In other words, kind of make it a copycat channel. In other words, if you know a video game, for example, that has a large fanatical following and it has a particular channel, make a channel similar to that video game. Maybe just tweak it just a little bit. You're going to increase the odds that it's going to do well and get a good following. You'll very quickly ramp up to 10, 20,000 views. Again, probably if you do this type of formula. Next, ideally, you're going to need to post daily, every single day, at least 5 days a week. I know, of course, there are some men who post 7 days a week. There you go. Fantastic. There's another idea. Every single day, you need to be putting out content without stop. No vacations here. You're going to be doing it minimum 5 days, if not 7 days a week. Next, stay away from controversial topics. In other words, don't get too involved in anything that's too out of the mainstream, etc. In particular, if you want YouTube to monetize the videos. And I'll get more into that in just a second. However, if you do choose to be controversial, be very extreme. Be very strong in your opinions. In other words, get on there and say, for example, gold is going to $10,000 an ounce. The stock market is going to crash next week. Be very bold in your opinions. Women are terrible, etc. The point is, you want to be as strong and as extreme as possible because you're much more likely to develop a strong audience with that type of extremist opinion. Next, always use professional video equipment, always professional audio equipment, edit your videos very carefully, etc. You want to have these to be correspondingly as entertaining as possible. Most people, the great 80% plus, regardless of what they say, instead, I'm simply looking at what they do and what is successful. Most people simply want to be entertained. They want to feel good. They don't want to feel like they're learning something or they're being lectured to. They don't want to feel like they're being harped on or encouraged to do something. They just want to lay back, relax, and just kind of chill out, if you will. So again, you need to be entertaining. You need to keep it light and fun, etc. Lastly, this is extremely important. You need to sell something. I'm using that term a little loosely, or that phrase, but you need to be always pushing something. For example, I listen to some videos where the man has sponsorships where he's talking about a razor blade company, he's talking about a luggage company. I know that there, of course, are some other MGTOWs who do some sort of male enhancement type stuff, etc. Or, again, selling something. Sell the idea of, hey, send me your request about X, Y, or Z, and I'll do a video about it, etc. And of course, send along money to it. Again, this is critical because the money that you're going to make relative to Google, YouTube ads is almost infinitesimal. Let me let you in on a secret here. Listen very carefully. For every 1,000 views that a channel gets, every 1,000 views a video gets on a channel, you can figure that person is making about $1.50 to $2. So for example, many of the videos that you'll see on this channel have, let's say a median of 3,000 views. So on the high side, you can figure that particular video generated in revenue, 2 times 3 is, $6. Yes, you heard me correctly, $6. And I know many of you are saying, well, hold it. What about the money that's generated from Patreon, for example? Patreon is a wonderful concept where you can show your respect for a YouTube content producer's work. However, just be aware, if you're starting a channel and you're talking about, hey, I'm going to get all these Patreon supporters, I can virtually promise you it will take you a long, long time, months, if not years, plural, to develop a reasonable base of revenue from those Patreon investors. I have more than one Patreon investor, for example, and I'm not saying this to insult anyone. I do sincerely appreciate every single one of them. They give minimal amounts. Let's just say literally $1. You know what? I sincerely appreciate it because those men have stepped up to the plate and they are showing respect. That's all that I ask. That's it, period, respect. I determine, at least based upon this channel, to give you, again, some sort of gauge of what you can expect. This channel's been around about a year, has approximately 10,000 subscribers. It generates approximately, all in, everything, get ready, about $8 per video. It takes me approximately from start to finish, editing and developing slides, etc., and just thinking about writing things down, etc., about 4 hours to actually do a video, all inclusive. So let's see, if I took 4 hours into $8, let's see, that's about $2 an hour. I don't know about you, but I know for a fact I can do other things to make more than $2 an hour. So at least for this man, I am not motivated to make money on this channel. However, I know many of you are seeking to make money. So again, to quickly summarize here, you need to be as public facing with your channel as you can be. 2, you've got to find a niche that has a strong following and make it a channel that's sort of a knockoff of an existing, very successful channel. Don't try to break the mold. Don't try to do anything that's too unique or too different. Don't try to be sort of the trailblazer. You don't want that. Again, ideally, you've got to post daily, at least 5 days a week. In addition, you're going to stay away from controversial subjects. Be extreme. If you want to get people's attention, you're going to be bold. You're going to be proud. You're going to be very specific. You might be wrong. Just get out there and say it. Most people will forget about what you said anyway. Next, of course, you're going to have professional video equipment going. Of course, you're going to be entertaining. You're going to have lots of jokes. People are not interested in learning generally. They just simply want to kick back and relax after a hard day. Lastly, the real money is going to be when you're specifically selling something. You're going to be offering something of real, tangible value, ideally, and correspondingly, they can feel like, okay, I'll give you $25 or I'll go buy that piece of luggage through that affiliate link, etc. You get the idea. Gentlemen, as always, smash the like button if, and that's if, you found this useful and interesting. John Galt, out.